What's up everybody, I'm Rick Rich Dick, and today we're recapping Rick Remender's baby, Tokyo Ghost. A dystopian sci-fi detailing the horrors of Hollywood taking over and no one can turn their attention from their precious stories. We all have that loved one that we cherish but wish they could snap themselves out of that one thing that keeps them feeling okay. The addiction that gets their blood pumping, their heart racing, and their mind wandering. It's like they're not even in the room anymore. That's right, Tokyo Ghost tackles the trials and tribulations of a detective plagued with internet addiction and his lover who desperately wants to find peace in a place without internet. She just wants her teddy back. This is Debbie Decay. When they were younger, her and Constable Led Dint promised they'd never plug into the same tech that caused their parents to rot away. Back then, his name was Teddy. But after a run with some bullies, Teddy knew he would have to get stronger if him and Debbie were to survive this harsh reality that was Los Angeles. This is Los Angeles in Remender's future, a fetid place with toxic canals and even more toxic people. Everyone is involved in some sort of nefarious trade, and everything is run by the studios of Hollywood. Ratings are everything. To ensure their stakes are secure, the studios hire constables, roided out muscleheads that are so plugged into the shows that they can no longer think for themselves. Teddy took this path when he knew he had to be stronger, but in that decision, Debbie lost the boy she'd come to love. The two stuck together, and over time it became Debbie caring and protecting Teddy, who'd become known as Constable Led Dint. But then they got this assignment. Go to Japan. There's some EMP preventing technology from taking root over there. The benefactor wanted them to destroy it so he could claim his millions from those people as well. But this was just the break Debbie was looking for. Debbie started to rehabilitate her beloved with the help of the locals who farmed and carried on Bushido. Unfortunately, one of the hooligans who had beaten Teddy and paid the price for it when they were younger just so happens to have also made it to Japan, where he seeks his revenge. In the fight, he kills the leader of Japan and Teddy kills him. Barely. On the verge of death, Teddy makes it back to their submarine in time to plug in, roid out, and heal his wounds, only to meet another enemy from his past. Davy Trauma, who can hack into anyone plugged into the system. He takes control of the newly reformed Constable Led Dint and forces him to finish what he came there to do. What happens next? Guess you'll have to pick up Volume 2 to find out. But let this serve as a hint. Tokyo Ghost was written by Rick Remender, drawn by Sean Murphy, and colored by fan favorite Matt Hollingsworth. Right off the bat, the artwork sets the tone, and the dialogue and thought boxes quickly follow. You know this is going to be a nitty-gritty, not-for-children book. And you know he wrote it for us 20-year-olds that grew up watching toned-down villains of the same caliber as Davy Trauma on our Saturday morning cartoons. The same 20-year-olds that are now dealing with addicted friends that they love too much to let go and hope for a better tomorrow. And you're immediately introduced and intimately keen on Debbie's thoughts. A girl that longs for the olden days but stalwartly deals with the present. And check out the fine-ass details on these pages. The right amount of in-your-face brutality coupled with gotta-look-for-it attention to detail put this artist duo in a league of their own. There's a ton of Easter eggs, so let us know which ones you find in the comments below. While the artists provide the alluring yet devastating scenery, the writer provides the perfect pacing for reveals and just enough remarks to give us his take on humans and society. Like look at this, when the beauty tames a beast who's nothing more than a boy beneath the mask. Once the duo reaches Japan, the style changes to match the new layout, but the story continues just as well. My biggest complaint is this guy, Mash, who somehow managed to escape to Japan from the brutal landscape of Los Angeles with only one arm and one leg. It's way too convenient that a guy from Teddy and Debbie's past would be in Tokyo, much less spot them in a crowd of thousands of people living there. Remender knew he needed this conflict but didn't know how to debut and use it. Because everyone knows a story without conflict gets boring quickly, and this one manages some serious page space of happiness, void of conflict. Any other writer, any other artist, and these pages would start turning slower until you put the book down. But Remender, Murphy, and Hollingsworth keep your attention and keep you interested in these characters. If the at-peace images weren't enough, you're in for a treat during wartime, all the blood, gore, and action you could hope for. My final thoughts on Tokyo Ghost Volume 1 are that I wish Remender could have come up with a better secondary villain. And parts of the plot were just too convenient, like Debbie becoming the leader of the clan having only just arrived. Besides that, you have the perfect love story about a girl who loves a guy who loves a substance. What do you think? What Easter eggs did you find? Did it hit close to home? Let's start a dialogue in the comments below. Share with your friends so they know which books to read next. Hit that like button and come back next week when we recap more of your favorites. On.